Constantino, pound for pound.
Constantino Garcia here with a quick message. Don't forget to click the link in my description to watch Vergil Ortiz versus Mean Machine this Saturday on DAZN.
Pita, obviously huge fight here in Frisco, Texas. Vergil Ortiz versus Mean Machine. Break down the fight for us, Pita.
It's an all-action fight, man. It's a perfect fight for that fans could expect a knockout for sure. Both guys come in with bad intentions. They're as you guys saw in the press conference, they're nice guys. They'll say the right stuff. They won't get in each other's face and talk shit. But once they get up in the ring and they get in front of each other, they're trying to hurt each other. Egis is the same way as Vergil. We trained Egis for the first like 4 or 5 years of his career, and we know what kind of fighter he is, the mentality that he has, the belief in himself. And Vergil's made from that same stuff that Egis is. So that that's what we can expect is a great fight, an all-action fight.
I spoke to Egis, and Egis like, either he knocks me out or I knock him out. This ain't going to 12 rounds. What do you think about that, Pita?
Yeah, that's hopefully everybody that because my brother and we have a lot of friends that like to bet on fights and stuff, bet on the knockout for sure, because that, like I said, that's what both guys want to do. That mentality that Egis has, if I don't get knocked out, if I don't knock him out, he's gonna knock me out. That's what everybody can expect from these two guys.
I asked your dad if he felt it was somewhat of an advantage, being that you guys have worked with Egis before, and he kind of saw it as maybe more like a fuel to the fire for them and
Yeah.
Marcos and stuff, because it's kind of like the apprentice
Yeah.
after the head coach, right?
Yeah, they when my dad left, like I said, he left Marcos in charge. Marcos was my dad's main assistant with all those Eastern European fighters, with Evgeny Gradovich, with Egis, Vozdik, Daneo, a lot of those guys, and left them in charge. And yeah, they might have an extra chip on their shoulder coming in. Egis might feel like, okay, these are the kids that Robert left us for, and now I'm gonna show him what he left behind. Marcos, he was like I said, he was my dad's assistant for all those years. Now he's the head coach for Egis, and he's done a great job with Egis, with Vozdik, with all those guys. He did a great job with all of them. And yeah, that that could be extra fuel to their fire, but we believe we have the better just overall fighter and team and stuff. So we'll show it Saturday night.
Go ahead. Switch topics for me. Franco versus Moloney, the trilogy. Obviously, the last fight ended in a no contest, and then the first fight, Franco beat him. Talk about this trilogy.
It's a different type of trilogy because it hasn't really been even. Mm-hmm. I don't believe it's been an even type of trilogy. Josh, the first fight, even though the scorecards were close, they were only close because we were on a top-ranked show against a top-ranked fighter who was the world champ. That's the only reason the scorecards were close. Anybody at home scored it 9 rounds to 3, 8 rounds to 4. It was a wide dominating performance by Josh. The second fight was just completely weird. The first round starts and both guys start throwing whatever, headbutt, punch, whatever anybody wants to say, but Josh's eye gets completely swollen, and the second round, then Moloney just dominates the second round. Josh had one eye. They could say whatever Moloney was schooling him, but he had one eye. He couldn't see shit out of one eye. And the fight ends after 2 rounds, and that's it. So we basically have those two little those two rounds, that little time in the second fight that really didn't show much. But the third fight, I believe it will be the same as the first fight. A few adjustments from both sides. I'm sure him and his team will do a few things different. Us, we adjusted on some stuff too for this next coming fight. But the result will be the same as the first fight. Josh will dominate him. I believe he stops him this time. But to make a statement and finally put an end to the trilogy.
How excited are you for that fight, to show that, in your opinion, in the team's opinion, that the second fight was a fluke, and we're gonna show you?
Like we know Josh is the better fighter. Josh is the stronger fighter. Josh is the smarter fighter. Like I said, the second fight was just a freak thing that happens in the first, happened in the first round. Gets his eye completely shut, can't see out of it. Then there's no control after that. Then Moloney dominates the whole second round. Josh had one eye. But like I said, we know we have the better fighter. They fight 10 times. Josh is going to win 10 out of 10 unless something weird like that happens. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man, because there's been some back and forth and stuff with their camp, and it's weird because those guys are really cool people. I'm the one that when we switched corners to wrap hands for world title fights, they sent me with Moloney both times, and him, his brother, his coach, his managers and stuff, really nice people. There's no personal beef, but it started with that bad decision that he obviously was upset about. And that's it's part of the game, but we know we have the better fighter, and I'm really excited for that one. I'm really excited that Josh gets to show what he's made of.
That reminds me, is that why you're here and not with Moloney? Because that little beef stuff.
Nah, it's just the way. It's the way we got split up. My dad makes the decisions on who goes where, and he thought it would be best if I came with Vergil and me and my grandpa came with Vergil. I believe they haven't told me exactly, but I believe. I don't know who, but it's gonna be one of us two, me or my grandpa. I've already wrapped Vergil's hands for one of his fights, so I believe I'll be wrapping him again. Maybe my grandpa, but my dad and Chepe will go with Josh and take care of that. But we need either me or my grandpa here to wrap Vergil's hands as well.
I thought it was like the only choice. Like it was
we
gotta keep Pita away.